Thank you, Peter, and congratulations on the Ernie Harwell role. I will always remember you most for the role in Real Steel. Does everybody remember that clip? In fact, I've never watched it all the way through, but I did DVR it so I could show my daughters that I actually know that guy. So, well done. But thank you, Peter, and thank you, everybody, for attending this afternoon. And it is obvious, I do believe in the United Way. In fact, the United Way was the first organization that I contributed to professionally. And, as Peter described, and the ride has just never stopped. It's a wonderful organization. We've got a great staff, a great board. We're fortunate to be in a tremendous giving community. So I'm honored to chair the board. Our mission states that we connect people, resources, and organizations together to create a thriving community for everyone, and I emphasize everyone. And I'd like to highlight just a few examples of how our mission is guiding our work. As we all know, Washtenaw County has many nonprofit organizations, health and human services, the arts, education, just to name a few. Each of these organizations depend heavily on volunteers. Washtenaw County is also fortunate enough to have a lot of people that, in addition to pursuing their professional careers, want to volunteer and be part of an organization that's making a difference. So the United Way saw a need. We knew we could help make that connection by starting an online volunteer center. A planning committee was formed to lead the process that resulted in volunteerwashtenaw.org, which we launched in September of 2014. Would the members of that steering committee please stand up and be recognized? Thank you. You may have seen our billboard on US 23 or our AATA bus wraps in Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti saying, "Do what you love for others." Our online volunteer center allows nonprofits to post their needs, and potential volunteers can then shop for opportunities that best fit their time, talents, and interests. We have 125 agencies that currently post on this site with over 400 different volunteer opportunities. So since September, volunteers have completed over 9,200 hours of service through this site with an estimated value of over $203,000. Let's give that a round of applause. Another example of how United Way is living our mission comes from our Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Clinic, VITA. United Way, Washtenaw County, started providing free tax preparation to low-income local residents 4 years ago. Our conference room was converted into the VITA Tax Central every Wednesday evening and all day each Saturday from early February through April 15th. Our VITA Center included donated computers, trained volunteers, and top-notch leadership from tax experts, and our location, which is near an AATA bus stop, made it easy for clients to find us. Over the past 4 years, we have provided information about this service on 211 and other services, improved our processes, engaged more volunteers, and offered more dates. This year, we also added financial empowerment coaching. Marshall Averill, is Marshall here? Would you please stand, Marshall? Marshall is an AmeriCorps worker who's providing financial empowerment coaching, including one-on-one help with finances to those who are interested in gaining a better understanding of banking services, credit, and budgeting. A man after my own heart. Thank you, Marshall, for all that great work. I'm delighted to report that we have more than doubled our VITA numbers. We've increased refunded dollars to over 375,000, serving over 255 clients. That's tremendous impact, and just think what that found money does for those clients. One of these clients shared a story with us that 5 years ago he had unfortunately lost his job, lost his house, and he began working with us 3 years ago through this tax service. We got to know this individual, and with the help of safety net services and support from the community, he's now a proud owner of a Habitat for Humanity home, and he's back on his feet. Would all of those who assisted with the Vita Tax Clinic please stand and be recognized, because you guys did a wonderful job. Thank you. Most of you know that the United Way is vested in funding well-run and effective local organizations. What you might not know is that the United Way can provide resources to assist organizations to collaborate or even merge if that particular option is best for the community. This year, as part of the Washtenaw Coordinated Funders, we made our first investment to support the merger of two nonprofit agencies, HIV/AIDS Resource Center, or HARC for short, and AIDS Partnership Michigan. In fact, Jeff Crosby is with us, and he is with HIV/AIDS Resource Center. So welcome, Jeff. The capacity building grant will ensure the sustainability of comprehensive HIV/AIDS prevention and care in a 10-county area where 63% of people living with HIV reside. Himina Loveluck, president and CEO of HARC, noted to the COFU staff, that's the coordinated funders, the following: "We hope we can be a model for future mergers and share the lessons we learn along the way." My last example of how United Way of Washtenaw County's mission is truly guiding our work is around our Sustainability and Governance series. We partnered with Nonprofit Enterprise at Work, NEW, for a series of free workshops in response to the need for no-cost training to help nonprofit agencies increase their capacity in governance and sustainability issues. Designed with the executive director and board members in mind, more than 200 participants learned the latest best practices in fundraising, diversity, equity and inclusion, board committee work, and mission fidelity. This is one more way beyond grant funding that the United Way of Washtenaw County supports the local safety net. Those were just a few examples of the United Way of Washtenaw County's accomplishments over the past 12 months. Again, each is guided by our mission to connect people, resources, and organizations together to create a thriving community for everyone.